Well, hello there. Welcome to the Outside My House comedy special. I was going to do this at a gazebo just down the street, but I decided to just do it here because I don't feel like driving and then parking my car and walking over to the gazebo. You can get mad at that all you want, and you can say that I'm not a man of my word, but I'll take you there eventually. Besides, it's either a little too late or a little too early to go over there. So I'm just going to do this right the fuck here. Did you guys notice where I live? It's 2012. Do you know what that means? That means it's always the end of the world at my motherfucking house. That's cool though. It's all hoax anyway, right? Well, if the world's about to end, which, it might very well be, that's fine, Have you secured your position in the afterlife? I have. So, you like this microphone? You like that it doesn't work because it's not attached to anything? That's pretty creative, huh? What does that say about society? Everything's fake anyway, right? Everything. Not just the news. Now, I hate to break it to you fools in the vortex, but I've said this before and I'll say it again. Fake news has been happening for a long fucking time. Fake news has been a thing since they figured out the paper could be extracted from motherfucking trees, yo. So, don't think that you're special for figuring this out now. I don't understand society. So many people want to pride themselves on so many different things, and it doesn't really make much sense since you guys are all the same piece of shit. You're just different shades of it. Different shades of the same shit. Thought I heard something over there. Oh my god. It could be an animal. It could be an animal. I wonder what animal it is. It could be a dog or a cat or a skunk. I probably should walk over there. My car's over there. And I have keyboards in my car. And I was so sure that every single time I leave my keyboards in my car, I'm so sure that people are going to steal it. I'm like, dude, you have the crappiest fucking keyboards. It's not like you have some, expensive ass Casio, because there's some keyboards that are really fucking expensive, man. I'm talking $500. I'm not going to fucking Guitar Center. Guitar Center's like the Walmart, They're like the Walmart of, musical equipment. It's so fucking depressing. It just makes me want to kill myself. I'm trying to make it as long as possible, So I should probably avoid Guitar Center if I expect to live. Hold on. I'm going to get a drink from my Coca-Cola product. It was made in Mexico, so there's real sugar instead of the high fructose corn syrup. Be proud. It's also in a glass. Did you notice that? Good. Now, I actually have another microphone that it's like this battery-operated device that my friend Todd found for me at Goodwill. I've used it before, actually. I think I've done several videos in my garage a couple years ago, I think. I sent one of those videos to the Laughing Skull Comedy Festival auditions. I think I paid something like $100 in order to just send them my video and have them review it, and then send me some letter that's like, we're sorry, you're good at what you do, but sorry, we can't accept you, you're not conventional enough. Figured as much, even though comedy is all about expressing your authentic self. And in case you guys haven't noticed, if you haven't been watching this channel, I'm pretty goddamn authentic. The only reason for that is because I'm probably the only person in this fucking century anyway that, no, I don't want to say the only person, but really the only person that's I guess it's obvious about it, that, I just fucking reject everything about this culture, man. I reject the way that people behave. I reject all the excuses that I hear for that behavior. I reject all of the ways that people like to justify treating each other like shit, treating themselves like shit, never learn anything, never evolving, never growing the fuck up, just doing the same shit. They'll always fucking do it, and these are the people that really should shoot themselves in the head, but unfortunately, they'll never develop the self-awareness. You can pray for them, though. That's all you can really do. Anyway, I'm trying to like get more comfortable and just like talk about stuff like, and I was thinking maybe if I had a microphone in my hand, it'd be different, man, and like I could sort of get into that vibe, because when I'm alone, I have no problem with this whatsoever. But when I'm in front of people, I guess it's because I have borderline personality, and so naturally I always feel like there's an audience inside my head. That's why I talk to you, vortex, the way that I do. That's why I say there's another vortex, but that's the audience, the Coliseum, right? It's a Coliseum. So I have a camera crew of self-awareness in my brain, constantly monitoring everything that I do. And so, stage fright all the way, because it's weird. It's weird to actually have people watching you. And it's weird to actually be funny and good at what you do. And have people applaud it, and have people intimidated by it, or have people jealous of it. That's weird. That's fucking weird. Especially when you've just been, like, easily perceived failure and a very confused individual that's obviously a crazy person, but people don't want to say that to your face, right? So many people have a problem with mental illness. The whole reason why we're in the crisis that we're in is because of mental illness. It's specifically because people don't want to do anything constructive about it. They want to put a Band-Aid on it. They want to talk about it behind closed doors as if it's anything that's a fucking secret, especially not at this point with social media. But I feel like social media is a way for these total basket cases to reveal themselves as such and get away with it scot-free. And I'm sure they're all on medication though, man. So a lot of good it's doing. A lot of good it's doing. 8 minutes almost. That's cool. That's cool that I can do this though. I don't want to be afraid of this. There's a part of me that is. And I know that this is what I must do. So I gotta do it. Even though I don't want to drive up to Nashville, and even though I don't want to keep shooting these videos. I mean, there's a part of me that enjoys it, but there's another part of me that fucking hates this shit. Like, I hate just this idea of anybody knowing who the fuck I am. But on the other hand, I want everybody to know who the fuck I am. It's very strange. It's a very odd contradiction, you know, because it's literally like, I want this, and then I want the complete opposite of that. But way more so, I don't want to be famous. I want to have, like, a cult following. And I realize that, like, the more fame you get, the more people start to pay attention to you, like, the less those people, like, really mean. And not just those people, like... Now this is some heart-to-heart shit right here, baby. Like, you guys. That's right, you. You, Vortex. You. Y'all, like, really appreciate me, and I appreciate you for appreciating me. For whatever reason that may be. Because I know I'm hard to take. So, I'm with me all the time, trust me. But it's like, what the fuck was I talking about? Damn it! I'm trying not to be too loud, because it's like 5 in the morning, something like that. I could have easily gone down to the gazebo. I just assumed it was like gonna turn into the sunrise, and then there would be people coming, and like there are a lot of trucks over there, like a lot of semis. that come from behind the Home Depot area. Ooh. And I just didn't want to draw that much attention to myself because I told myself I was going to do this earlier, but here we are, a couple hours later, outside of my porch. If this is a porch, if you can even call it that. Hold up. Can you call this a porch? I highly doubt it. Hold on. Oh, you see that? You see that? One of my favorite things in the world, the doorbell. Why? I don't know. There's just something very, I don't know, nostalgic about it. It's like an American family before the gays took over, you know? Like a doorbell. I don't know. I don't have any problem with gays, by the way. I just have a problem with them destroying the family unit. I don't think that they're doing this intentionally. I think that they're being used to do this. They're also using the trannies, and they're using the non-binaries, or whatever the fuck they want to call themselves. They're using a lot of people in marginalized positions, but they've always used women because they've always successfully convinced women that they're oppressed and they're victims and all this bullshit. Have y'all heard of, like, family court or, like, alimony or anything like that? I know I've probably mentioned this before, but you can't stress it enough, especially now, considering the way that men are being completely mistreated. And, I don't know, man. You know me, I'm always rooting for the underdog. I'm always, devil's advocate. I'm probably not going to vote, by the way. Did you guys see my t-shirt? Hold on. You're just shooting your titty. What titty? It says Tacos 2020, a taco truck in every corner. Donald Trump might be the last president. Who the fuck knows? This is going to be interesting, though. 2020, it's going to be one hell of a shit show. I can't wait. Like I said, the end of the world might be coming. Looking forward to that asteroid, for real. I'm like Kirsten Dunst. Have you guys seen the movie Melancholia? I'm just like her. That movie was interesting. It wasn't really watchable, but it was interesting. At least not watchable for, like, anybody but somebody like me, I like a lot of think films. So I like, like David Fincher, Christopher Nolan, Darren Aronofsky. I really, really like Todd Solondz. I think Todd Solondz is probably my favorite director. I just like stuff that's just weird. And oh, David Lynch. Did I mention him? Probably not. Sorry, itchy head. I might have lice, who knows. I don't think I do. I've checked my head so many times thinking that. But I think you probably have dandruff. I don't have dandruff, though. You think I would notice that? Dandruff's really, really noticeable. I always notice when other people have dandruff. Like, I always am tempted to buy them some fucking, like, Perk Plus or something. You know what I mean? In the green bottle. That stuff smells good, too. Hold on one second. You got fucking hair all over your microphone. So typical. You're such a mess, girlfriend. I really am a mess, dude. I always forget what I'm talking about. And I always tell myself, this is going to be a real short video. And here we are, 15 minutes. CP time! Yeah, but we're not trying to get anywhere. Are we? You've shot a lot of videos in the past day. Yeah, I really have. I think this is like my 5th or 6th video. Maybe 7th, who knows. Like, that was weird to just like get up and go and... What? You didn't get up and go. You never get up and go. You get up and talk about it, and then eventually you go. No, but you know, it's weird to be motivated, I guess. So I prayed for that. I prayed that God help me figure out this cannabis situation. You guys ever been in a cannabis situation? Do you call it a situation? Most people don't, because most people don't complicate cannabis, but leave it to me. See, I like cannabis a lot. It's just, it's still a drug, you guys. I don't know if anybody knows that, especially since they're so zombied out. I think that's the reason why a lot of shit's, like, getting more and more fucked up. So many people would say, no, you gotta legalize cannabis. There's really no way to win, you guys. The government will find ways to, like, rip us off. Like, the government will find ways to still pull us over and get us in trouble for that shit. Like, no matter what they do to try to change the law. See, that's why I just rather deal with it the way that it is. And I think that I've been dealing with it pretty good, considering the fact that I'm still not in jail for it. Shit. You just gotta be smart. I keep staring at this thing over there. I think somebody is over there and they're smoking a cigarette. Either that or there's a teeny tiny light over there that doesn't make logical sense. Yeah, I kind of want to go over there, but I kind of don't, because I know that I already look weird. Can you imagine what your neighbors must think? Oh God, speaking of my neighbors, I started crying because I received an invitation to, like, some sort of potluck for the neighborhood of my condominiums. But see, I have this disorder where I just feel so left out of everything, and you guys know I'm like an outsider. And so I tend to keep to myself quite a bit. It's very rare that I go out and do shit. And when I do, I still feel like, you know, the cog in the otherwise fully functioning system of sheep. That's like something I was noticing, like, at the bar. And I know I said this before, but it's like all these people look the same, they talk the same, they act the same, they do the same fucking, you know, bullshit. Aren't you guys sick of seeing that? Aren't you guys sick of doing that? Aren't you guys sick of, like, being that person that other people watch doing that? And it's like, man, this is predictable. Aren't you tired of being predictable? Aren't you tired of doing the same shit over and over again, expecting different results? It's a validation thing. It's also a boredom thing. Oh, for sure. Thing is, something I learned a long time ago. You gotta validate yourself. You gotta keep yourself entertained. You can't expect that from anybody or anything. Eventually it'll disappoint you. Eventually it'll run out. You'll need to get more. But that's the whole thing with drugs, too. Like, this is what I figured out about drugs. It's just like, you know, like, it's weird because, like, I have a lot of weed and I'm not even tempted to smoke it. This is exactly what happened last time. Just like, well, if I want to do it, I'll do it. If I don't, I don't. But it's like, just, I'll pray and then shit'll happen, you know, that I prayed for. So, thank you. Thank you. I love you, Lord. That would be cool if I did, like, a shout out, you know. I wonder if anybody does that, like, shout out to God, like, I know that God apparently has a Twitter account, which is really funny. I don't know if you've read it, but it's hilarious. See, I like Twitter. I think it's a funny website, but that's because I get it. I also get what it's doing to society, and I get that a lot of people that use it don't get it. And they're just being completely manipulated and exploited by the likes of Jack Dorsey. So, really, it's amusing. But it's also depressing. And I really wish that this wasn't the reality, but there's nothing I can do about it, so I have to be funny about it. Even if my jokes seem insensitive, they seem insensitive because you're not used to hearing anybody speak their actual mind. And I think a lot of people do feel this way. I think a lot of people are sick of hearing about mass shootings, and they don't want the Second Amendment removed just because some, children. I mean, fuck. I was in the 7th grade when Columbine happened, right? And I remember thinking at the time, why can't that happen in my school? So, like, if that lets you know the state that we were in. And they put me on psychiatric drugs. See, if my parents had a gun, who knows what would have happened? You know what I mean? I'm not going to shoot anybody. I have no desire to, hurt anybody. I mean, at least not with a gun. With a keyboard. So, do you guys want to take this to the kitchen? Do you want to watch me eat a sandwich? We can do this in another video. Maybe I will toss this microphone, which is obnoxious to just look at. I'm sorry. I wonder if it's a good microphone, though. Oh, I'm sure it's amazing. It's soft. Okay. Don't you love my hair? It's so redneck now. Thought of try to blend into the South. Finally. I still look transgender though, right? Still freak them out. See, that's the thing. I freak them out no matter what I do, where I go, how I dress, how I don't dress, what I say, what I don't, who I talk to, who I don't talk to. It's like, it doesn't matter. I will be misrepresented. People will find me weird. People find me awkward and confusing and whatever. It's like, there's nothing I can do about that shit. I'm so used to it. So used to it. It's like we are so marginalized. Oh my god. Oh my god. If marginalization were a contest, we'd win. It is a contest. Did anybody know? Yeah, so I want my sandwich.